Okay, I just received a contact form response from a woman that lives in a high cost of living area in the US, and she got a job offer to work uh, on Oahu. And I won't say what she's doing or anything, but she actually got me so excited about about what's happening with her life. So I thought I'd hurry up and knock out this video and send it to her real quick, because it looks like an amazing opportunity to me. She mentions nothing about how much money she's making, so that makes it real hard for me to give her any kind of solid advice. But here's what I would say. She said, well, thank you for creating your website. I always dreamed about going to Hawaii. I visited Oahu for the first time for 2 weeks in August, and she loved it, and she stayed with a friend. Anyway, she did all kind of activities, and she really loved it. It was like a dream vacation, she said. And she has two friends, former co-workers, who work at a certain place in Pearl City. So Pearl City is close to Hickam Air Force Base, close to Pearl Harbor. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. So they got her an interview, and then as of last week, she was offered a job there. And then she doesn't really know what to do first, and she's kind of getting cold feet because she's going to go from, let's say, East Coast USA all the way to Hawaii, right? It's 5,000 miles away. So that's basically what I did in the Air Force, but I didn't have any sort of choice at all. They just said, be on this plane and you're going to Hawaii. And I was scared too, but there's nothing I could do about it. I figured that they'd have everything set up for me, and I figured I'd be stressed out of my mind, but there was no alternative. I had to go, right? So, but it's kind of interesting because this lady is, she's in her 40s, and maybe she's lived in this place. Yeah, she said she's lived there her whole life, on the East Coast in a big city. So, and actually, she's coming from a place that I used to live, a town I used to live. So I don't want to say too much about her. I don't know if she cares if I tell who she is or anything. But yeah, she lives in a place near a big city that I used to live, exactly. So that's kind of cool. And I lived on Steinway Street and Astoria Boulevard. That'll help her know exactly where I lived. Anyway, she has no pets. She needs a car. Should she find one on Craigslist? She's talking about shipping some things, getting a quote to have some stuff shipped out there. I wouldn't do any of that yet. I wouldn't, there are plenty of places to live in Pearl City. Your friends will tell you that. So what I would do, I wouldn't ship anything. Don't ship anything at all. Put that stuff in storage at somebody's house that you know and that loves you, that will keep your stuff. Because number one, when you get there, you might realize you don't need it. Number two, when you get there, you might realize that you don't like it and you're coming back. So don't waste the time, don't waste the money, don't waste the stress of moving all of your stuff out there and then having to move it all back, or else sell it when you get there. You have to sell it at a deep discount because furniture and stuff is just ultra cheap, because a lot of people ship their stuff there and then want to move it back later. She said she was completely on board with moving and changing her whole life, but then suddenly she's getting cold feet. I'm getting completely overwhelmed with the thought of moving. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be so scary. I mean, you're in your 40s already, and yeah, it's a complete change of life, but this is the opportunity of an absolute lifetime. Whether or not you must like your coworkers to some degree, and they must have given you an idea what it's like. But that's what it's like for them, and you never really know until you get there yourself and you spend time there. I mean, that's the whole difference. And this is why most people never get an offer, when they live on the mainland. But apparently, this employer likes your coworkers, and they figure, yeah, let's get another one over here because you guys are great. So yeah, you got the deal of a lifetime, and I would take advantage of it no matter what. You'll have to have some kind of fallback plan, like, if you decide that you don't like it later, 6 months later, anybody can stay anywhere for 6 months, right? People go to Antarctica for a year. They can hack that. So I think you should just plan on going for 6 months a year. Plan on going for a year. I mean, you can make it. You have friends there already. Don't worry about shipping a car. You can walk from Pearl City, from your apartment to your work, if that's where it is. It's a small area. You can ride a bike, you can walk, you can take a skateboard if you want. It's a real small place, and there's the bus runs over there on a real good schedule. So don't worry about transportation. Leave your car too. If you want to, sell your car or whatever. You can always buy a different car later if you come back to the mainland. But let's see, she's used to high rent and groceries. Can I offer any advice on how to move there? Thank you in advance. She said, I'm getting so overwhelmed that I'm even thinking about not doing it just so I don't have to face it, God, that's, to me, I understand, because if I had a choice back then, I wouldn't have gone, I would have been like, because I was 18, 19, and yeah, I was scared out of my mind, I knew nobody there. I didn't even know, we had no internet. This is back in '84, right? So we had no internet. I couldn't even look at the island, I had to watch TV and wait for the Brady Bunch rerun where they went to Oahu. That's what I did. I kept watching Brady Bunch every time, to see, are they going to Oahu this time? And that was all the information I had, was my Brady Bunch episode where they had a tarantula crawling on the bed. I don't even think there are tarantulas in Hawaii, but stuff like that. So I was scared out of my mind. I understand, but you're 40 some years old. I don't want to say too much. You're 40 some years old, and it's time for a change of life. I'd say go for it and get the hell out of wherever you are. I know exactly where you are, and for me, after 3 years there, I was absolutely done. I don't know how you spent your life there, but when you move to Hawaii, it's gonna be a life changer. Like, you can't understand. I mean, you already went on vacation, so you have a good idea what it's like. Your friends have already lived there for a little while. You didn't say how long, but apparently they're liking it enough. And it's a big change, but just go do it and change your life, because you'll never get this opportunity again. You'll never get another offer from Hawaii to the mainland. When you're living on the mainland, you'll never get that offer again, ever. You're just so lucky to get it. Go for it and do it now. Come back in a year if you want. What's the big deal? So yeah, I just wanted to hurry up and get this video out there. I just woke up. I had to shower quick to do this video because I thought, oh, I gotta give her some immediate feedback so she doesn't decide not to go. All right, good luck, and I really hope you nail it. I hope you have a great time, and I hope you write me back and let me know how everything went. All right, cheers.